Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Murders at Karlov Manor draft. Looks like our rare is War Leader's Call, 3 mana. Yeah, it's an Anthem effect, and wow, that's an awesome card. So this is definitely good for aggro, go wide deck in particular. So I think we'll go ahead and take that one. Otherwise, yeah, Stromkirk Captain's pretty good too. But ooh, and then I get past Doppelgang. How can I not take this card? It's just so good. Plus, come on, these decks are... I feel like the Doppelgang decks are infinitely more interesting than the Boros aggro decks, but could be wrong. I know, I've drafted it a lot. I mean, regardless, I've got to take it here. I'm not going to take a dual land over it, even given my first pick. I mean, I'm still willing to do the War Leader's Call deck, but there's just no way I can pass a Doppelgang because it's so much more powerful than anything else in here. So let's go ahead and take Doppelgang and see what happens. All right, so the pick now. We have 2 Cold Case Crackers, good for the Doppelgang, or Rubble Belt Maverick, which is a good card. Magnifying Glass is actually playable too. Otherwise, we have an Orangutan, which is a fine card. Actually, yeah, it's a pretty cool card. Or Demand Answers, which is also playable for the War Leader's Call deck. Or even Sanguine Savior, you can totally play that in the War Leader's Call deck too. This one's pretty good. Unfortunately, this only works for the War Leader's Call deck. I like Rubble Belt Maverick a lot, and it is a good setup for the Doppelgang deck. Might not even be the best card here. You could just take like a branch of V2 Ghazi and get like a mana fixer land, but I feel like if you're running a Doppelgang deck, you really want to make sure you've got enough cheap stuff so you don't get just completely run over. Topiary Panther is a fantastic card, mostly because it not only fixes for you, but it sets you up for evidence collection. Otherwise, we have Kylox Visionary Inventor, 7 mana 4/4. What does this do again? Oh, that's cool. You can cast instants and sorceries. Felonious Rage, playable card. Red Herring is obviously playable. Hustle Bustle, little buff effect maybe. I think we'll just take the Panther. Creeper's good too. I do like this card, but I'm going to take the Panther. I really like it. It lets you splash as well. So I feel good about it. All right, Ambusher, 5 mana 4/5. Oh, that's cool. Can make something block it. Giant Weaver, 7 mana 3/3 reach. Oh, that's cool. That's actually a pretty strong card. You can gain a bunch of life from that. I think we'll maybe take one of the uncommons over the Panther here. That seems pretty reasonable. Maybe the Ambushers. They're both really good. I almost feel like Weaver with Doppelgang is better. Can you imagine making like 2 copies of this? I'm going to take the Weaver for that reason, for the Doppelgang. Escape Tunnel is good fixing. The Hellion is totally playable. They went this way. Probably what you want to do with like Doppelgang though, unfortunately. I'm saying unfortunately because there's other good things in here, but you definitely want some ramp when your deck is a bunch of beefy fat boys. So another Kylox as well, but we'll take They Went This Way and be pretty happy about it. Ooh, what do you do, Mythic? Oh yeah, this card is good. Expensive as all heck, but cool card. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to player, draw cards equal to substance and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. All right, so you have to use it in order to even attack with itself, but whatever. Can't be blocked by creatures power 3 or greater. Well, that's cool. That's a good uncommon, but I'm going to take the Mythic here. How can you not? There's just no way I can't take this awesome Mythic. Well, now I feel justified in going this route. I like Hotshot Investigator. It actually works well with Doppelgang too, but I kind of feel like taking another Panther. Granted, we don't have any actual evidence collection value yet, but we are in the colors for it, so I'm a little surprised that we don't. Mistway Spy. This is a good one. Yeah. You get evasive disguise value. and you get to investigate. With potentially multiple creatures. So I like that. It's good. Behind the Mask. All right, well, this has evidence collection, but it's just a one-time mana effect. Getting this Crocodile pick 10 is actually really surprising because I found this to be a really excellent disguise card. Just a really good disguise common. All right, we got Branch of V2 Ghazi anyway, so there's a couple of red cards late that are both kind of playable, so that's surprising, but this card is perfectly fine. You can toss it in a deck. Hustle Bustle, we'll take it. Don't really need it, but technically in the Doppelgang deck, we can play both sides, so. Unauthorized Exit, totally playable. I like this Case of the Stash Skeleton. I've seen this before. It's a cool card. But is there anything else we want? Another Maverick. Not bad. Not a very good first pick, but kind of nothing here we want. I mean, I can splash pretty easily. We could splash Blood Spatter Analysis. It's probably, I mean, you could also, I guess, argue you could just splash. You'd have to double splash this. That's quite a bit tougher. If I splash this, I can find my Doppelgang, I guess. I mean, it's a cool card. It actually is pretty good. It's just, they basically have to never block your skeleton because you just keep attacking with it. I admit, it's not the most exciting splash ever, but it is splashable. You basically get an unblockable 2/1. Or if you can get rid of your skeleton, that works too. It's another way to solve. So we can get the Crocodile here, although we wheeled it last time. Burden of Proof. This is technically kind of a removal spell, so not bad. Lush Portico, technically playable in here. Opens up Splash, but getting the free Surveil is kind of nice. Maybe I'll just take the Burden of Proof, get some removal, because we don't have any right now. This is a cool card, isn't it? I feel like this is actually a good rare. So you have no maximum hand size. You draw a card when it comes in, and then if you've drawn more than one card in a turn, you get basically a +1/+1 counter. Because it doesn't count the card you drew for turn, but it does give you an extra one. Unfortunately, I should say, it's not necessarily unfortunately, but there's other good things in here that we want. I like the Flourishing Bloomkin. It's very good for the Doppelgang deck, and I haven't even seen this card before. Creature tokens you control have flying. Sacrifice a token, create a 4/4. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's actually really good. You can sack your clue tokens to make 4/4 beasts. It's kind of nice, but I'll still go with the rare. This is actually a fun card. Something dies, or they play a spell, you get to copy it. That's cool. There's another Maverick in here. Deduce, which is a card I actually like quite a bit, but we'll take the rare. We're just going all rares, I guess. Mistway Spy number 2, I'm okay with that. Inspector's actually really good, though. I could see taking the Inspector, just because looting is great. I'm going to go with the loot over the Spy, I think. I like to have at least one of these. I was really impressed with the Inspector the one time I played it. All right, so we can collect evidence with this. Creature or land. So, I mean, we have some pretty good stuff to find with this, and we can easily collect evidence in this deck, so we could do that. Otherwise, we can do They Went This Way. Nyx Weaver is throwback card. I don't know if I want to mill myself that much. I'm going to go with the rare here over the ramp. Eavesdropper is quite good. I mean, it comes in, at least replaces itself, and then more value on top of that. Or I could take Deduce. We only have 8 creatures currently, but Deduce keeps you busy early. We're not really super lacking in the early department, though. I may prefer an actual body that replaces itself. Slime Against Humanity. I haven't built that deck yet, but it's interesting. This is for if I want to play 5 color, right? It's only, I have to have 5 colors among permanents. I don't need it. We'll take the Hellion. I don't really need this either, to be honest, but it's got reach. Maybe it's valuable. Well, still could splash blood spatter analysis if I really wanted to. I just don't know if I really want to. I don't really need a benthic criminologist either, though. Whatever. I'll take this just in case I want to splash these colors. Slice from Shadows playable removal here, so that's kind of surprising. I'll just take it, just in case. Vengeful Creeper versus Rope. I probably don't need Rope, so we'll take Creeper, which is totally fine. I don't really need a Behind the Mask, but we'll take it. I kind of doubt we're going to have to splash. All right. 2 mana, 2/2 Vigilant. This card's really good, isn't it? Yeah, this thing just grows and investigates. That's pretty amazing. Let's just, you know what? We can just dump splash cards now. There's just really, I highly doubt we're going to need to splash in this deck. So we'll take the Rookie, hopefully get Deduce back, or they went this way. I don't know which one we're more likely to get back. But happy to take Rookie here, get another 2-drop that's quite good. And it's a Detective, no less. So, very nice. You know, Millstone is actually a deceptively good limited win con, but we'll probably take another Crocodile just because it's a great card. Great beater. Can take the Tunnel for splashing. Can take the Magnifying Glass for ramp. Could take Reasonable Doubt as early, you know, counterspell, whatever. Tunnel is a free card for the deck. I think I'm just going to take that. Just lets you keep more hands and literally costs nothing to the deck. So I actually like the A Killer Among Us. What's Fae Flight do again? Oh, that's cool. It's actually pretty good. But I could see taking another They Went This Way. You know, we're still pretty top heavy and we don't have that much ramp. So admittedly, we don't have that many creatures either. But I really feel like with the amount of beef we have in this deck, we're going to need some ramp. Rakish Scoundrel, not the most exciting, but probably playable. Occasionally has Death Touch. We're just never going to be able to hardcast it. Otherwise, Unauthorized Exit number 2, also potentially playable, just not terribly exciting. Very Snoop actually is the card. Is the pick here. You get card advantage out of it. We ended up getting like no Collect Evidence cards. That's kind of surprising. Nervous Gardener, playable. Could take a third They Went This Way. That is a lot of They Went This Ways, but with all the top heaviness we have, I could potentially see it. I'll go with the Gardener. It doesn't ramp, but I'm actually going to give it a try. Because I haven't played it yet, and I think it's probably okay. Could take the Automaton. Could take Public Thoroughfare. We don't really need the Thoroughfare, I don't think. Although, yeah, once again, it's kind of free for the deck, I guess. Free fixing. Automaton's actually fine, though. Surveil can be valuable. I really like Detective Satchel. I was impressed when I splashed this, so I'm going to take it. That might possibly be worth the splash. So 2 could go up to 3. They Went This Way, or I can take the Deduce now. I'm going to take the ramp. I'm going to go with my gut and think getting this much ramp is good, but we'll see, because Deduce is good too. Millstone is good. Honestly, it's just we don't have space for it, but it is good. Well, we got Magnifying Glass anyway, but maybe we do 1 Magnifying Glass instead of the 2 They Went This Way. We'll see. Or 3 They Went This Way. Obviously, the more land you have, the better in a deck that's got the... So we can probably easily play all this beef that we've got here. So we do at least have 1 good, solid Collect Evidence card. Otherwise, not that much exciting ones. 1 removal spell, basically. Just Burden of Proof. Not the best. I guess Unauthorized Exit, sort of. It's not really removal. We're not going to do the Millstone plan, as cute as it is. I don't know if we're going to splash Detective's Satchel either. It's probably not necessary. I don't think we need the Hustle Bustle. Panther's technically a 2-drop. Doppelgang is certainly not a 2-drop. It's at least a 5-drop. Glint Weaver, we've got these dudes. So we need to make 4 cuts. We don't need black mana. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We need quite a bit of blue for Reenact the Crime. Likely don't need the satchel. It's cute, but we don't need it. 1 magnifying glass plus 3, they went this way, is probably excessive. You can probably cut one of these. 3 ramp at 3 is probably more than enough. Still need to make 2 cuts, 7, so we don't need to do the mountains anymore. Do I need branch of V2 Ghazi? Probably not, but it's like a one-time color fix. Huh. What's kind of interesting is I feel like if you get in combat and then you turn it face up, it actually gets out of combat because it's no longer a creature. So it's kind of an interesting card in that respect because you don't lose the mana permanently either. You do at the end of turn, but even like offensively, you attack with it, they block it, you pay the disguise cost, you turn it face up, it's no longer in combat, and you get those 2 mana for post-combat. So I don't know. I think it's probably reasonable. Considering all the ramp we have, it's probably okay to try get an extra body. So we have to make 2 more cuts. We have 16 creatures, so oddly enough, we could cut a creature. What's the weakest creature in the deck? Well, this is kind of a 3-drop in here. I'm still going to try out this Eidetic Memory. I feel like we can make that work in here. Then Burden of Proof, I'd probably still play 2. Because you can cast it on opposing detectives and it still becomes a 1/1. It's just if it just buffs detectives you control. Yeah, it just buffs detectives you control, so that's fine. So looking at weakest cards, we could probably cut the Hellion. Not necessarily a weak card, but I don't think we need it. It's got reach, but we've got a lot of fatties in here already, so we're probably good there. And then I only have to cut 1 more card. It can be a creature or it can be a non-creature. I maybe don't need unauthorized exit, but sometimes it's nice to buy time. But the Surveil's not bad. I'm kind of tempted to just cut unauthorized exit and maybe just call it a deck. I mean, it can be a protection spell too, I guess. That's cool. But it says reach too, right? Sweet. Let's just cut the unauthorized exit. Be fine with it. Try this deck out. It looks like fun. I mean, doppelgang decks typically are, but we ended up with a bunch of rares too, which is kind of cool. We got the Rookie, we've got the Reenact the Crime, we've got the Pollen, the Doppelgang, the Pride. So a lot of cool, fun things to try here. All right, well, we'll give it a go. Let's make sure our colors are good. Wait, we have more green than blue. But we have triple blue and we only have 1 double green, so, and this is a double blue too. So it's probably okay to do the extra blue, I think. We do need green to do the Panther cycle though, don't we? That's true. Ah, maybe the extra green does make sense then, because Panther can find our blue. Yeah, you know, ordinarily I would go for the extra blue because we have the triple blue, but we have, you know, I would say, significantly more green. And the green is where all of our fixing is, whether it be Panther or they went this way. So I think that makes more sense. All right, we'll run it like this and we'll see you round one. All right, this is round one and this is a keep. So we'll do turn 2 Automaton, turn 3 Spy, turn 4 turn it face up, probably. Let's see what we're up against. We don't want it to be red-white just because I feel like our deck, the more time we have, the better we're going to be. And red-white, obviously the most aggressive. I think it's a pretty popular archetype, though, in this format. Thankfully, we've got some early dudes to help anyway with that. One's good, obviously, but let's do the Automaton. Probably want to get a land here. Well, that's a tough one because we do need to draw land, but we have a land next turn. You know what? I think we're gonna keep it because it is a powerful effect, and you get to draw off it. Yeah, there's no reason to not keep it. Because next turn I can, yeah, that's good. Next turn I can do the Spy. Ooh, collect evidence 6 becomes an artifact, so they can't do it yet. Whenever it attacks, cast an instant or sorcery spell from among cards exiled with it. If that spell would be put into a graveyard. Wow, that's a cool card. That's good. But let's get the Spy down now. And we'll get in for 2. Then next turn we can do the Memory. Really hoping to draw a land so we can disguise this too. The crew, it only crews for 2? It's a really cheap crew cost. Jeez. Yeah, that's really good. They're going to start attacking. Kind of want them to. All right. So we got the land, but we'll do the Memory first. See if we draw another land, because untapped would be preferable, obviously, but if we can't get it, it's okay. Got the untapped land, really lucked out there, because now we can investigate twice as well. Let me make sure I'm doing this at the right time. Yeah. So make our flyer bigger, get in for 4, and investigate twice. There we go. Nice. And Vengeful Creeper is going to be good against the thing too, so that's cool. Disguise cost is 6 for this. I have to keep that in mind. Still, believe it or not, we still want to draw more land. I don't mind if they blow up Eidetic Memory. That doesn't really matter. It already did its job, so whatever. That's smart. They just want to race. Got the untapped land, which is really fortunate. Because now we can play the creeper. Although I do see the dilemma. The dilemma is, unless I draw another land next turn, maybe I should just assume I can. We have so much late game. I think we're not going to try and race anymore. So the plan is land, morph, or ward, whatever. And then we investigate, hopefully draw another land. We did, which is good. So now we can beef up the spy, and then we pass. And then next turn we can blow up the Vault Strider with our creeper. And then, believe it or not, we need even more land in order to do the Glint Weaver, but that's okay. I can handle that. Pride of Hulklade is cheaper now too. And if this didn't cost 6 to disguise, I could actually do the Pride for 1 mana. If I had 7, I could do that plus this, which is pretty good. Oh, wow. All right. Hit creeper too, huh? So I can play the Crockett Elf, just hard cast it, which is probably worth it, because then I at least have a blocker for the Strider. They have to attack, and then they can they cast it? All right, so you can cast it. Do you get to just cast it out of, like you can cast sorcery at instant speed? I always forget how that works. Oh, but they have make your moves, so jeez, they'll be able to kill my Crockett Elf. Well, that complicates things. Huh. Well, let me draw first. Yeah, there's the Doppelgang. So let's play the Escape Tunnel, the Elf, and we'll get a buff going, I guess. So with Glint Weaver next turn, we could technically, maybe we can also cast Pride next turn too. Is it toughness or is it power? Oh, good, it's power. So at least Pride of Hulklade is immune. That's actually nice. So maybe I just drop Pride next turn because it's immune to the destroy thing. So you can do sorcery at instant speed. That's pretty good. Pride of Hulklade, not the best Doppelgang target either. Important to keep in mind. So we do need to get this Glint Weaver down as well. But like I said, the Glint Weaver, unfortunately, not immune to the make your move. What are they? They just discarded 2 lands? That's it? Oh, well, I'll take it. So we'll get another blue mana here. And then we'll do the Pride, because Glint Weaver will just gain us a boatload of life at that point. Why did I think I had 8 mana, but I only have 7? I don't know. Did I miss a land drop or something? Weird. I definitely would have sworn. This would still cost 3 mana if I hard cast this. Well, the best thing might, yeah. Guess we wait. Because they have to cast it right as it attacks, so I can still block and then make it face up. So that will work. It's a good doppelgang target. I might just have the doppelgang next turn, huh? Probably. Just make 2 more copies of this and 2 copies of the Investigator. That's the best I got. Well, now, I wonder if Warden's better now, because it enters the battlefield, and they'll all enter at the same time. It says as it enters the battlefield, though, not when it enters the battlefield. I think that actually is an important distinction. It might actually just enter as a 4/4 then, which slightly complicates things. Could do the Pride now, but wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do... I can disguise this plus do Pride as well. That might actually be better. This will make it 2 cheaper, yeah. Can also hard cast this and still do Pride, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So why don't we just do that? And then we'll pass. And next turn, we do Glint Weaver. I don't know if I can afford to draw 15 cards. Oh, I guess I can. With Eidetic Memory out. It's pretty good synergy. So they can blow up one of my elves, but they can't blow up both. At least with what they have on board currently. And I basically just need to live. So I can at least do Glint Weaver. That's the best case scenario here. And then if I can do Glint Weaver into Doppelgang, I'm feeling much better, because then I can just gain up a bajillion life. And they have more cards in hand now too, so I guess that's good. All right. Okay. All right. So we can just work towards the mana we need now. So I'll put one counter on the Pride, because this is a 4 power before it can kill it. So let's go land, Glint Weaver. We'll put one counter on the Pride and then 2 on the Glint Weaver. Gain 16, that's good. Yeah, we can attack the elf. I think that's fine. We're at 20 now, so I feel okay with that. Probably should just wait till I have 11 lands at this point. Does mean they're going to get to investigate more with the investigator, but there's just no way I can not wait on that. It's just too good to not wait here. So now we'll just pass, I guess. And then Doppelgang next turn. Not sure what we're copying at, but we'll have to figure it out. Glint Weaver, obviously, 3 copies of that. It's just going to be a bajillion life. And then they have less cards in their library now, too, which is good. All right, that's no big deal. kind of want them to just flip up one of their face down cards here. But if I copy the Crockett Elf, it's just 5/5s. So it's probably the Wardens, I guess, because they're going to be huge. Yeah, that makes sense. So copy Crowd Control Wardens. So you've just got some huge beaters. Yeah. So Glintweaver, Warden, and third creature, probably Investigator just to get more flyers because I can put a bunch of counters on them with the Glintweavers. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then I'll just have a bunch of big Vigilant flyers. I like that. Sounds like a great plan. So they're ready to blow something up here. Blow up the Glintweaver, I'm guessing. Which kind of makes sense. Because it's the only thing holding them back right now. Oh wow, they're going all in, huh? Is that even going to leave them any blockers? Well, I don't want to kill the Warden. So we'll kill the Vault Strider, though. Well, I kind of don't want to kill the Investigator either, to be honest. Because I want to doppelgang the Investigator with the Glintweaver. So honestly, let's just make this trade and try this and take the Investigator because I still want to copy the Investigator, the Warden, and the Glintweaver. So I just want to make sure that those live. And I'm thinking if this is like Death Touch, dude, I don't want to block it with Pride because I don't really need the Pride anymore, but okay. I mean, we're not dead, so it's okay. And we're just going to gain an absolutely absurd amount of life here, so we're fine. All right. All right, so we'll target this, the Warden, and the Investigator. Lags the game, it's so good. Oh, that's so strong. Wow. Jeez, that was a good one to have. Well, the good news is I'm just going to make some 4/4s. Oh, I guess I can make 6/6s, huh? Yeah, that's probably pretty good. All right. They've got 8 cards left. We have, or they have 15 cards left, I guess, so. So we still are, like I said, ahead of in cards in deck, which is good. That's mostly irrelevant. It's been a crazy game one. Sheesh. I wonder if they, at a certain point, they're just going to concede. I mean, if they have something that goes over the top, then they don't need to. But like if they have a, go wide, buff your whole team for $1 billion card, it'd still be pretty hard to deal 55 damage, but possible. Meanwhile, we kind of have the better, easier job of just getting to hang out. We get to just play cards and pass. Because we've already got the little defensive wall set up here. They actually surveilled a card. That's surprising. Unless they have some way to win here. So we'll just go rookie and Snoop. And oh, they have, yeah, they have, their last card is Ill-Timed Explosion, but they can't actually play it, which is interesting. And even if they could play it, they'd have to do enough to kill Pride of Hulklade to even kill us with the crowd control warden. So once again, pretty irrelevant. We just get the luxury of just passing here. And they're down to 11. So, it's certainly not there yet. But Essence of Antiquity was pretty sweet there. I like this Buried in the Garden. I haven't seen that one before. I think they actually made the right choice there. It's not like the Pride's doing that much, except gunking up the ground a little bit. They still can't attack, though. Oh, that's cool. What do I even want a Burden of Proof? At this point, I don't know if I care if they get extra Investigate and draw a card. Just because our plan is to win. Yeah, I honestly don't know if I care. They can draw more cards because our only way of winning at this point. So they might have a go wide card, but like I said, they'd still have to be able to deal a pretty significant amount of damage. 55 is a lot against a squad of 7 blockers. So they could have the +2/+1 thing. It still wouldn't be enough to kill us. Okay. Yeah. I think that was a smart move on their part. Because they can't waste any more clock, and they probably, even if they had the go wide effect, it's probably not enough to get the job done. We could actually do the millstone plan, but I don't know if that's worth it. Can I view the battlefield yet? Oh, good, they fixed it. So actually, I can do the bounce stuff, but I don't know if that's worth it either. So they've got due diligence in there. Otherwise, just some fatties. They've got the fuss. That's a buff spell. They even, gosh, just landing 1/3 of Doppelgang did so much for us. It still won us the game. Didn't even need the whole thing. Yeah, this is interesting. Is Burden of Proof even good here? Probably. I mean, they still have some beefy dudes in there. Yeah, they still got some beef. Unfortunately, they have a creeper, which blows up our Burden of Proof, but I kind of don't know what I want to do instead here. Unless I want to, I don't really need, I mean, I feel like they're a little bit of a slower deck too, so. No, well, they have some cheaper stuff too. The reach actually is, yeah, that's true. Actually, the Hellion is actually kind of valuable here. I'm going to do Hellion. And maybe we'll dump one Crocodile. Because I think the reach could actually be good. Crocodile is obviously awesome too, but having access to more reach probably couldn't hurt. It's easily a keep because we have a Panther. Do I still land cycle for Panther is the real question here, though. I don't think so. I could actually play the Gardener here, but I don't need to. We'll do They Went This Way, and then next turn I can do Gardener plus flip it up. So that's pretty good. Yeah. We have Burden of Proof, but I don't know if that's completely needed yet. All right. So we can do Gardener, flip it up, get a land, play a 2-drop. Okay. So we I guess I can't, but that's all right. So we'll morph it, turn it face up, get the land so we can play it. And I guess we want another blue technically. Play the blue and then pass. Land here would be pretty good. That's actually fine too. We can do them. Yeah, magnifying glass plus automaton's probably fine. Although I can actually leave up Burden of Proof. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I'll do that. So that way they attack with Investigator, I Burden of Proof it, and then I can block it. Oh wait, it doesn't lose all abilities though. I see. So it's not, I can't quite do it. So we'll do the automaton instead. Which is still probably fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we actually still want to keep lands. Let's see. So they have 4 mana. Oh, they're attacking with that too? Huh. Guess we'll just take the other ones. All right. All right. So 7. So we probably just need to drop a Panther. I don't really have a great way to deal with. Now Burden of Proof only makes this, well, it does reduce the clock at least, buys me more time. I might need to Burden of Proof the Investigator, as sad as that is. Huh. Makes it so I only take 2 in the sky instead. No, I think we probably drop Panther because I may need a blocker here. Oof. That was good. All right. So Burden of Proof is actually looking kind of rotten here, I feel like. Well, there's a Doppelgang. But I'm not going to be able to live long enough to do that. Actually, oh, I see. I have to shuffle. Yeah, it's not going to work. I can draw and then I see. So I have to clue. I see. All right. So I need to draw a land next turn. And then I have to copy Investigator plus Warden, I guess. And I need to draw land here. Well, I did get the land, so we got to do the Doppelgang. So we're copying Flyer plus Warden, I'm guessing. We'll see how the Warden works anyway, because this game is in a pretty tight spot as it is. We'll see if it, because it's as it enters, so I'm kind of curious anyway. They entered as 5/5s, and their base is a 4/4. So it did just give me the 1 for the eavesdropper. It did not count all that. So that's kind of what I thought. You don't get the full spectrum buff there. That's good to know. All right. So they got us here, game 2. Didn't have to use that much time on their clock either. I think I'm going to get rid of Burden of Proof. It's not good because they have so many +1/+1 counter things. Unauthorized exit, possibly. Yeah. I'm just looking kind of slow, aren't I? Well, I guess exit then. Maybe buy-in time is good enough. We'll see. All right, we want to play first because they're actually pretty aggressive. This is a good hand, though. Yeah, it's actually a really nice hand. We get to do the rookie into the glass. That's nice. Could even do a turn 4, just hard cast a creeper. It's not the worst. Buffs this dude too. It's pretty good actually. I mean, turn 4, 5/5, that buffs your other dude and investigates. I don't even know if I need to blow up the artifact enchantment. And if I don't draw land, I probably do the unauthorized exit. Reason being, I really need to draw land. I could even do it on upkeep to like guarantee I draw the land. I wonder if that's worth it. How do I stop on my upkeep? I want to stop on my upkeep. Well, didn't let me, unfortunately. So, I'm just gonna bounce the tipster. And I guess we can actually keep that. Because the reason being that it replaces itself. And it immediately gives me some value, so it's probably worth it. So they can make that an artifact creature. It's good to know. And we did get the land. That's great. So now we can do the creeper. Now if we draw another land, we can blow up the Strider. So that's great. That's worth it. Can blow up the board here. Not the end of the world. All right, we still have a chance to blow that up, so we just need a land here. All right, did not get the land, unfortunately, and don't have the triple blue for that, so that's also a little bit unfortunate, but we'll just cast this. And then I guess we'll get in for 3. Not ideal, but we'll have to make it work. Hopefully they don't blow up our... Well, unfortunately, I think they're going to blow up our 3/3, and then we're not going to be able to blow up the Volkstrider. So drawing the land there was kind of essential, unfortunately. What's the other side of this do again? Oh, they're going to be able to make 3 1/1s too. Dang. God, we really needed to land there. That sucks. In fact, we still need to land. Bummer. 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 Tough spot now. Let's see. Yeah, because, well, yeah, that's a tough one now. Dang. Well, we can investigate twice with the spy. Problem is I just can't afford to take any damage, and yeah, dang. Yeah, I just don't see it. Yeah, dang. So I think the play is cloak this, pass. I have to double block the Volkstrider. Ugly. Just ugly. So close, too. Just literally one land away from... I mean, I guess I could have... Yeah, that's true. That might have been smarter now that I think about it. Unideal, but at this point I just need to draw land so badly. I just need to survive. Maybe I should have, in hindsight, I should have taken the 3 there. Yeah. This is so painful. This is so painful. So if this is the dude who gets bigger based on how many dudes you have, that's going to make him a... Let's see. I guess it doesn't matter. Oof. Oof. Painful. Painful, painful. Guess I could have done the pride there, huh? But actually investigating is probably better since I can't draw a land for the life of me here. Oh, I get both, I guess. That's good. All right. Dead next turn. All right, did not get there. Well, I guess we just copy an investigator. Oh, bummer. All right, GG's. See you for the next one. All right, we'll keep this. Guess we can do tap land first, even though it can make things unblockable. We'll just get another blue mana now. No, we don't need a land cycle, so that's good. So turn 3 this, turn 4 this, plus investigate. That's not bad. And turn 5 we can play the Panther. Not the worst. Already have the triple blue, so I guess we can get more green now. All right. So we go land. I guess we can crack this plus they went this way. Just kind of, all right. All right, well, if we can live one more turn, we can doppelgang. So hopefully we can. But they do have Xaxes. All right, that's fine. So now we can doppelgang. And copy this plus the automatons, I guess. So probably don't need any more land. All right. So I have 4, 5, so we have 9 mana. So I can do Eidectic Memory. And they get Vigilance too. That's cool. So for 7. So I can crack 2 more at least. I probably want to advance my board a little bit more. So I wonder if I just want to... Yeah, you know what? I probably just want to buff this. And then attack with my Vigilant Elephants. And they can double block. I don't mind getting some dudes off their board. And then we'll just cast this dude. All right. Did they not suspect any of their dudes, though? That's kind of weird. Or is it just suspect? Yeah, they didn't suspect any of their creatures? That's odd. All right, so we can do... them taking it is pretty surprising. I'm just gonna ward this dude. Wow. Okay. So mirror match, which hopefully is a good sign. So that means we can, you know, just survive and win. Otherwise, yeah, they're playing like a, they're almost playing like a beatdown version of it, but, you know, we didn't do anything until doppelgang that game, so. This hand's keep. Sounds actually pretty good. We get to do Panther Cycle. Get another blue mana. And then turn 3 we can Gardener. I guess I don't even have to do Panther now, do I? Still have, no, but I want to set up for Pollen. That's actually true. That's true. Spectre's good. We have one of those too, right? I think I just haven't seen it yet. I must have a good hand. Hard time deciding what to discard. I think we'll just morph the Gardener. I mean, I could actually morph the Branch, because I'm probably more willing to trade that. Especially given that I'm getting another land here. Huh. Kind of makes sense. Because then next turn I can still do Gardener plus Disguise and everything. Huh. Maybe I'm okay with that. Because now I'm way more willing to trade that for an Inspector if they attack. Oh, that's great. Love it. All right, so we'll do the gardener. Leave up the green. Wait, did I forget to play a land that turn? No, I didn't. That worked out. And I'll get my blue. That way I can do Snoop. And still... I don't have the mana to undisguise it though, do I? No. So I do have to still wait on that. But I guess I can do Snoop plus memory. That's pretty good. Good enough. See what we draw. All right, so now we'll do the Snoop. Putting the counter on that so it's big enough to block the radical when it flips up. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Might have to take 7 here. I don't love that. But that way I can play this disguised and then still do the Snoop. So I think I'm going to do that. All right, so we'll go land, elf. They gave us the 2 blue, that's good. And then we'll pass. And I need to live long enough to get Pollen online. Next turn I can do Pollen plus Panther, so that's actually pretty good. And find my Glintweaver Spider, so take 1 more big hit here and then I'm okay. Going all in, huh? All right, so we'll turn this face up. See what we get. Guess the spy only costs 1. Might need extra body more with evasion, but Pollen's fine in the spider anyway, so. All right, so I think we'll block the radical with the Snoop to prevent the most damage. Jeez. Take 7. Kind of looks like we're going to die next turn, though. Yeah, I can't cast Glint Weaver. I'm 1 mana shy. Can play that, but I guess that's it. Go to game 3 here. Anything else I got? Could get the reach again. I guess I'm losing to flyers. Sort of. It's a pretty amazing card. Hellion over Elf again, maybe? I have no idea. Maybe reach is better, buy more time. Because I don't have that much flying protection. It's pretty slow. I'm actually going to maul that. That's too slow. This hand's good. So we'll keep this, and I guess we'll dump probably the tunnel, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. And then Pollen can always be ditched for land. Obviously not optimized, but do what you gotta do. It was a good draw. Well, that's tough because I have all this beefy stuff. I am actually going to need land at some point. But do I really just want to be ripping lands every turn? I guess so. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I suppose so. All right. We'll do the Pollen now, because then I get the guaranteed Panther next turn. Not guaranteed, but and then get the last blue mana there. We'll see if I resolve the Panther. That's a whole other issue here. If I do, I'm looking decent, and then I can, you know, get to Pride, buff the rookie, get some investigation going. Kind of want them to just tap out here. We'll see if we get that lucky. Kind of feel like they at least have to progress the board a bit. So we're still a ways away from hard casting a Bride of Hulklade. Well, they did manually tap their mana, which to me kind of indicates they've got a counterspell, unfortunately. But I'm just going to play into it because I can't just play around it. So that one, yeah, let's just cast it. I guess I'd rather have this one countered than the Crocodile. I mean, I can disguise this out, but it's still very slow. Like, I need to actually, cast spells and stuff. So that's the dilemma I'm running into here. I can't just like play around counter spells. Unfortunately, because our deck is very expensive and we've managed to not stay super busy early. Like, if I disguise this, they still just get to crack investigate end of turn or on their turn, like it buffs eavesdropper, but I might just do it at the end of their turn if I don't even think it's that bad to just do it at the end of their turn, miss out on maybe a pump and a vigilance just to do more on my turn, although it doesn't really seem like they're struggling to do much on their turn, admittedly. So let's hardcast this, and then we get that, and then we'll play that as a land and pass. All right, so we don't have the 8 mana, so we'll just have to cast this. So we only have 2 blockers, block there, 3, 5, 7. So they have lethal. So we'll see in round 3 once they see the math and see they can kill us if they attack with everything. And we'll see in round 3. But we'll wait for them to do the math. That's fine. There's always a low percentage chance they don't check. All right. That gives us a chance if we draw the doppelgang mana. But we don't. So let's crack this. Let's see. Too bad. So sad. Well, they gave us all the chances in the world, but we just could not get what we needed. Investigated into Glintweaver and just 1 mana shy, so... Alright, we'll see you in round 3. Alright, round 3, we'll play first. I mean, I want to keep this, but 1 lander, even with the Panthers on the play, probably too risky. This one we'll keep, and we'll ditch... Oh, we can actually ditch the Maverick, we don't need it. Well, actually, yeah, Maverick would let me surveil, but nah, you know what? This is fine. So I can do Eidectic Memory now. I don't really see a reason to do that. There's not really a big advantage from what I'm seeing for that. Oh, well. Glad they chose that. Good timing on that doppelgang, jeez. Oh, discard, huh? Huh. Guess that's an easy one. Yeah, let's do the rookie first. Makes the eavesdropper play better. Not the best use of mana, however. Alright, let's do eavesdropper. Sanctuary Wall's kind of cool. So I guess next turn I can crack some clues and dig for some lands. That's good. Oh, that's nice. So I guess we can actually... I'm actually going to crack the clue. Because now, yeah, now it's way better. Now we get this too. And we'll get our 3rd blue. And we'll get in for 4 here. We're up to 6 mana, so that's good. Let's see, they have a bunch of mana. So I'm trying to think what this is. I don't know. I'm just going to block here, though. No, that's fine. All right. So we go land, cast the elf. So we're 1 mana shy of bare minimum good doppelgang, which at this point you probably just copy rookie and crocodile and be pretty dang happy about it. Oh, that's cool. Well, let's cast that first before anything dies. All right, got game 1. That's cool. Playing against black-white beats. Now let's run her back. Oh, I guess they didn't even give us the satisfaction of a full match. What a bummer. All right, well, we went 1-2. Liked our deck a lot, but did not perform particularly well, unfortunately. Let's do some pack one, pick ones, and call it a day. And the pick. War Leader's Call. Well, we got it this time, but we didn't play it. I'm still happy with our deck. Our deck was ridiculous. It was really good. It was just basically mana screw. Was it both times? Yeah. Yeah, that's surprising. It wasn't flood. It was screw, even with all that ramp we had. That is surprising. But yeah, did not get there. I think we could have. I mean, it went to game 3 both times. And when we got to 8, we were pretty good. But anything less, we did seem to struggle quite a bit. Other good cards in here. Love the Inspector. Tracker's an interesting one. Phantom for beats. Not the most exciting card, but Stalker is good. I do like that card. But easy War Leader's Call. And then you probably do play beats. This looks like it ends games pretty quick. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.